Okay, BB40 back with another Zombie Rush survival video. This is a little strategy that I've tried that you can actually do it solo, or if you want to do with another player, if you want to go in as a team of 2 or more players, I kind of recommend doing this because I think it'll take you pretty far in the game. I managed to get the HK and I've been upgrading it. I actually now, currently as I speak, I have it at 5 stars. And it's a pretty powerful gun, but even with the strength that it has, we're still limited. I look at the leaderboard and I see people at 14 and 17,000 waves, and I can only think of one way of doing it, and you can't do it solo that I can think of. I would love to see a video that one of these people do and how they made it that far, but my limit seems to be about 2,500. Simply because even with the HK, the bosses just get too strong and you can't take them down anymore, and they just start piling up everywhere. And I really haven't tried to go as far as I possibly can now that I got the HK fully upgraded, but I may give it a try and see how far I can go. What I do is I like to start up here, and the goal is to take full control of this top deck up here. And you can do that by covering up all of the spawns with deployables. You just drop something on top of the spawn and the zombies will stop spawning at that location. So you see how they all just spawn up through the deck. They just come right up through the deck. So I like to start off, I'll drop 3 turrets on this side, and then I'll go over to the other side and drop 3 turrets over there. And when I get these turrets down, then I save up my money and I just go right through the weapons right up to the HK, the tier 6. And if you don't have a special gun yet, you haven't purchased anything with Zombucks, the minigun will do just nicely. Minigun's still a pretty strong gun. Got 3 on that side, and they'll be safe. I don't need to protect them with a healing station, not in these early rounds. The turrets are strong enough to take down zombies and protect themselves, so I'm not worried about them over there. So I'm going to drop 3 more over here on this side. And once you get these 6, or even if you want to take the time to drop 8, you need to save some. You don't want to go through your money too quick. And you see I'm watching where the zombies are spawning up out of the deck. And you basically just go, like I said, and drop a deployable on each of these spawns. So the spawns close to these ramps that come up to the top, you want to cover with turrets so they can help support these 3 that are at the top of the ramp. And the ones that are out there in the middle more, just drop buff towers. And one thing I do recommend is once you get your 3 turrets on each side, drop a buff tower nearby so when you shoot your weapons, you'll have that extra strength from a buff tower. Buff towers actually give, depending on how many stars you got, like mine are all 5 stars, all my deployables. But it's close to doubling the strength of your gun that you're shooting. It doesn't help strengthen your turrets, it just strengthens your weapons that you hold and shoot. Yeah, I did ask the developer about that. He said, no, it's just your guns, not the turrets. But anyway, I'm at the point now where I can just about, you need about $5,000–6,000. Just go with $6,000. You get that, you can just skip over all the tiers and go right up to tier 6 and get your minigun, or in my case, my HK. I love these things. I mean, these tier 6 weapons are like, I call them my leaf blowers. And as you go higher up, it takes a little more effort to blow the zombies away, so they become more like a pressure washer, just just takes a little more time to clean everything. But these are fun guns to play with. So I'm just watching, seeing where everything spawns, and there's one there. I'm gonna go drop a turret there because it's close to the ramp, and it'll support the ones I've already laid there. And just one at a time. And there's my my buff tower, so I could strengthen my HK, take down the zombies even easier. And it takes a while. It took me if you watch this video here, it takes about 10 minutes, maybe. You should, in 10 minutes, you should be able to have all the spawns covered. And no more zombies spawning up here on the deck. So once you eliminate all the spawns up here, pretty easy going. Like I was saying, in the beginning of this video, this is more of a dual team effort strategy, where you can get one player on one side and another player on the other side. That'll make it work really well. And the only thing you do have to worry about that I've noticed in this strategy is if a boss stays down on that lower level in front, he can attack your deployables that are near the edge over there. So you may end up having one taken out. You just have to go and replace it as soon as you notice that it's been knocked out by a boss. So each player, one player on one side, one player on the other. Hopefully both medics, because you will need to heal your turrets up at the top here. Eventually, probably after wave 100 for me, the zombies get so strong the turrets can't hold them back, and they come all the way up and start hitting the turrets. That's when you start dropping your healing stations. And I just run back and forth from side to side. If I do this by myself, just run side to side, dropping healing stations as needed. And one thing I did notice that works out really well if you have two players. Once you get set up and you have all the turrets set up on both sides and you have a good defense on both sides, if the two of you, both players or all the players that are in the game, if you all go over to this side over here, the left side, the zombies will pretty much stop coming up the right side. The game, I guess, the zombies will detect where you're located, and they will keep going to that side, whatever side the players are on, and try to attack from that side and get up the ramp on that side. I did notice this when I did go in with another player. They weren't really participating in this strategy. They pretty much just built they just piled up turrets in different locations. And I was able to cover the deck myself. But as the game went on, we got up, we went past 1,000 waves. And the other player was coming over to my side over here. And I noticed that the zombies simply were not even, very rarely would you get a zombie on the other side. You can see how they all pile up over here, even with just me, and there's not a lot on the other side over there. You don't see them coming up the ramp, hardly at all. This works really well as a defense against the zombies. Taking the high ground here. So I'm just watching. Now, the other thing you got to remember too is that if you, whatever location you're standing in, the zombies will not spawn within a certain distance of where you're located. If you suspect there's a spawn close by somewhere, just run to the other side and look over on the side where you were standing. You got to give the zombies time to spawn. And to check where the spawns are, you got to keep going from side to side. You got to keep moving around and checking on the opposite side that you just left. Because the zombies, you will not find the spawns if you stay in the same place all the time. You got to move around and check both sides. You got to go from side to side and just stop. So I'm stopping and looking over. There's a spawn up there. I want to go get that one. And you don't have to be exact. As long as you're, I think, within, relatively a couple feet, it'll stop the spawning. I got to get that one out there on the edge out there. I'm needing more money. Let's see, the turret's up to 1670. The healing station, the buff tower is even more expensive. They're like 1720 now. So the other key there I was going to mention is that it'd be wise to try to buy equal portions, equal amounts. And you can see how I'm dropping pretty much most of the buff towers in the middle, where basically the turrets will not reach. I have a couple out there because of the spawns. You can see the other spawn right there. I need turrets out there to protect my buff towers. So I did drop a couple out in the middle just to provide some support for my buff towers so that a zombie doesn't spawn and just start beating on it and take it out. Now I know there's still more. You can see a lot of kind of open spaces out there. There is more spawns that are going to show up. You just got to find them one at a time. Just when they show up, you just go over and cover it. And hopefully you'll have the money. Because I'm getting up over 2,000 now for a turret. Yeah, those guys are coming out right there. I got to cover that one up. Drop a turret because it's close to the ramp. Well, you can see now the zombies are... I just ran over there, so that attracted zombies to that side. Oh, there's another one. You got to drop a turret there. So you just do this, go back and forth from side to side until you get everything covered. And once you get everything covered, the zombies will no longer spawn up here on the top deck. There is a limit to the number of spawn locations. Now I did a video, if you want to check it out, where a friend and I went in here, and with the two of us, we managed to completely cover the entire map. And that is actually possible. And when you do that, the two of you together work together to cover every single spawn. Then you could turn on the auto skip, and you could pretty much just, walk away and just keep racking up the waves. And you can go on forever if you got the time. Because the zombies stop spawning and the bosses will stop spawning if you cover every single spawn with a deployable. So we did it. We both went in as medics, and we managed to cover every single spawn in the game. So if you want to go in as a team and get on the leaderboard, that's the way to do it. You just cover everything. I dropped a healing station on the other side to protect that side while I come over here and add more turrets over here. I dropped a bunch of turrets over there. Now I'm dropping some over here. And this is what you got to do once you get some at wave 70. When the zombies start getting strong enough to overpower the damage they're taking, they can take the damage from the turrets. They will come right up the ramp and they will start attacking your turrets. And that's when you just go back and forth from side to side, dropping healing stations. And it's not a big deal because the way the game's set up now with the bosses give you a lot of money in Zombucks. You will always, because of the bosses, you will always have enough money to keep dropping healing stations. Don't worry about dropping too many or dropping them too often. I mean, as soon as one disappears, you can just drop another one if you want to. Or you can just, the other option is to sit close to your turrets and zoom in. I'm zoomed out too far. I can't see the health bars above my turrets. You have to zoom in closer and they become visible. I'm out about as far as third person you can go. You only have to zoom in like one scroll, just a little bit, and you'll be able to see the... I can see them here on this side. You can see the blue bars above the turrets. That shows you their health. I'm just checking to see, since I didn't have a healing station over here, I'm checking to see if they took any damage. And if you see that your turrets have taken a bit of damage, all you have to do is drop a healing station and it'll bring the health back to 100%. And if you get your healing station at 5 stars, it'll heal everything. Everything in the entire circle, the healing circle, everything will be healed. No matter how much the zombies hit it, no matter how much the bosses, you could have 10 bosses bombarding your fortress, and they will not be enough to take anything out. Your healing station will keep everything healed at 100% if you're 5 stars. 4 stars maybe. But I recommend getting 5 stars on your medic on all your deployables, like I have on the right there, you can see. And once you got that, it'll be easy to get on the leaderboard if you wanted to. You'll be able to do it. It just takes time. You can remember you get 360 waves every hour. You have a 10-second timer. on each wave. So you can go 360 waves every hour. So anyway, I just want to show this strategy. And if you pick one side and your partner picks the other side, that if one of you has to leave, then you each have your own fortress established and you can survive on your own on one side, just one side. And I'm going to do another video showing that, setting up just on one side. So I went back in here. I wanted to see how much Zombucks I had and see if I can upgrade my HK one more time. And it looks like I may have enough. Yeah. One more half star. I upgraded it one more step and I just need one more half star to get it at 5 stars. And the damage is amazing. And that damage of, when I get it up to 33, that's about the same damage as about 40 turrets. So it's a fun gun to use, but it's expensive. The Vector's not too bad either if you want to get that one. Anyway, thanks for checking us out. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't. Give thumbs up and share it. And catch me in the next one.